Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be all about bullet journaling, tips and tricks, how-to questions I think you might have when it comes to bullet journaling. And now is the perfect time to start. It is a new year, it's 2020, and I hope this encourages you to start because I think it's a great way to keep track of goals and track other things that you want to track in your life. And I find that it also motivates me to complete my goals in order to fill in like every little square. So like, I don't know, I just find it really satisfying to like check off boxes and like fill in squares and stuff, like to complete habits. So I just think that's really motivating and a good way to get your habits done, do your New Year's resolutions or whatever. I basically started bullet journaling in August 2019 and I have loved it ever since. I mainly started because it's kind of works as like my planner for school as well. So I also have pages where I write down tasks of homework that I need to complete or any big exams I have that day. The various themes I have done to this point include, let's see if I can remember them all: avocados, donuts, Halloween, mushrooms, Christmas lights, and vision glasses. So that's what I've done so far up to this point. And if you want to see any of those, I will link them all in the description box below. And I have divided this video into 4 sections, I believe. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Sorry if I keep looking down. I have like a little layout of like questions and stuff to keep me on track. But I laid this into 4 sections to help understand any questions as efficiently, that was not English, to help you answer any questions you may have as efficiently as possible. There we go. Okay, so the first question is, what is a bullet journal? Very basic. We're gonna start out basic. And I kind of went over this briefly, but basically a bullet journal is a great way to help keep track of what goals you want to accomplish and how you're feeling, what tasks you need to complete, among many other things. A bullet journal typically contains a habit tracker, sleep tracker, mood tracker to help with keeping yourself on track, hence the word tracker. Also, bullet journals can include many other different kinds of fun pages. It doesn't have to be just trackers. It could be like travel inspo or music playlists or really whatever you want it to be. And as long as you have, okay, sorry, I'm like totally my brain. So bullet journaling doesn't have to be like this super fancy and like thing where you have like all these supplies, if that makes sense. Like as long as you have something to write on and something to write with, you're good to go. So the next section or the next question is, I can't draw. How can I still bullet journal, or can I still bullet journal? Same thing goes with handwriting. And the answer to this is absolutely. You don't have to be a super good drawer or have good handwriting to be a bullet journaler. I'll admit I'm not like the greatest at drawing because I have to have something to look at and then I need to copy it. I'm a really good copier. Like that's just me. Like I'm such a good copier. That's why my spreads look like halfway decent. But if I had to like draw that from my brain, end game. So basically, it doesn't have to be super pretty or aesthetically pleasing or whatever, but as long as it's something that you enjoy doing, I say go for it, because that's really all that matters in the end. And also, if drawing is what is stopping you from starting a bullet journal, I'd say options such as stickers and stamps and even printing out Google images or dragging and dropping them into a document will enhance bullet journaling as well. Like you don't have to hand draw everything. You can definitely take things from Google or stamps or stickers. Like those work as well too. And these are great alternatives to decorate your bullet journal without spending too much time on drawing, because also I know that drawing is very time consuming, especially like for me, because I'm such a perfectionist and I just spend like hours on my spreads like trying to get them perfect. So yeah. that's a big time consumer, but it's something I do to release stress. Once a month, I like burn like 3-4 hours just drawing, and it really helps clear the mind out. So the second to last question. What do I need to start a bullet journal? The basic essentials to start a bullet journal include some sort of notebook and something to write with. That's really all you need, like I explained earlier. The equipment that you choose can be very basic or very advanced depending on your style or what you have at home, because I know some people don't have fancy pen equipment, and that's totally fine. As long as you have something to write with or something to write on, you're good to go. Some optional items that could be added besides like pens and a notebook, or even scrap pieces of paper if you don't have a notebook, like that's fine. But other things than that also include stickers and stamps. I find that those are pretty helpful tools for people who do bullet journaling on paper. That's it for that question. That's really all you need. Just also, actually, another thing you need is like a passion, I'd say, because if you're trying to do something this time consuming and you don't like it, why? Like, it just wastes time and it's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be tedious, and I think bullet journaling is such a great way to like get out stress and just relax your mind for a few hours. But if it's something you don't like, you're just gonna be creating more stress, and I think that's like counterproductive. So now the last question is paper or digital bullet journal? This definitely comes to personal preference. Either way works, like they both turn out great. I know that using a paper journal is more common, but personally I find that a digital bullet journal fits my lifestyle more, but it definitely depends on the person. I know everyone's not able to access a digital tablet or something to make a bullet journal on, which is completely understandable. So paper is just perfectly fine as well. But if you do have the choice and you're like me, I guess, I would recommend digital bullet journaling for just convenience, because one, you can copy and paste things, and that makes the spreads happen a lot faster. So like weekly spreads, you gotta draw a bunch of boxes and write the days, right? So you got one page for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you got another page for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? And you have to copy and paste that you have to write those a few times if you do it on paper. But if you do it digitally, I'm so good at English. If you do it digitally, you only have to draw each of those once, and you copy and paste it a bunch of times, and I find that to be really helpful. But I guess if you do like all the repetitive drawing, like paper's good too. And I would recommend trying both. I would try paper for 1 month, and I would try digital for 1 month if you can, and decide what you like better, because there's pros and cons to each, and just do whatever fits your lifestyle better. I know that some people like the physical feeling of like flipping through pages and, you know, like the physical feeling of paper, which I totally get. But besides the fact of like copying and pasting and I guess dragging and dropping Google images rather than gluing them in, there's not really much of a difference. So it's really just personal preference at this point. That basically wraps up all of my questions, or that I came up with at least. If you have any more, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to reply to them as fast as I can. Because I tried to think of everything that people would have questions on, but I'm totally sure I missed out on something. So please leave them down below. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because that shows me that I was actually helpful. And if you want to, you can subscribe, because I post videos every single Sunday, and I do hope to see you back again next week. Bye.